The Texas Comptroller's Office, which is managing the Education Freedom Accounts program, has received more than 200,000 applications. That's a big number. And it's a clear indication that this version of school choice is popular, according to Rice University political analyst Mark Jones.
So. I think actually what you're probably going to find is that a lot of the doomsday talk isn't going to bear out, because I think, much of the critiques of the education savings account were more about what it might eventually become in terms of being more expansive rather than to this actual application.
In a statement issued Monday, Acting State Comptroller Kelly Hancock said, crossing the 200,000 student mark shows just how strongly Texas families are responding to the opportunity for more educational freedom. And he went on to state, this program gives parents more tools to support their child's future, and we want every eligible student to have the chance to benefit. Groups like Texas Parent to Parent are monitoring the launch. I asked Director Linda Letzinger if she was pleased or concerned with what she's seen so far.
A combination. There have been some glitches and some concerns.
The application process to get additional special education money, according to Letzinger, is not long enough, and the 10% limit on expenditures for technology is another problem.
But if you're in special ed and maybe you can't communicate because of hearing or vision or both, or maybe you need some durable medical equipment that is computerized, and it might be $10,000 or $15,000 alone, then you're going to be way over that 10%. And so we asked, well, if it's for assistive technology that's really critical to learning or being in the school, if it's an extra breathing machine or a Hoyer lift, we said, is that an exception to the 10% rule? And we were told, no, it must be under 10%.
Is it time to refocus and maybe streamline?
Maybe. We definitely will be spending the summer trying to work on a cleanup bill with legislators who are amenable to it.
When the program was debated at the state capitol, it was promoted as a way to help lower-income students get out of low-performing schools. But an initial breakdown on who has applied so far shows a large block of kids who currently are not in public school, but will be entering pre-K.
So really, this is more going to fund something akin to universal pre-K rather than K through 12, or at least it runs that risk.
The application process for the money, which can exceed $10,000, was to end just before midnight Tuesday. But federal lawsuits from Muslim schools and parents have added a new complication. They challenged a rule from the Comptroller's Office that prevents Islamic schools from participating in the program if they have links to organizations designated as foreign terrorist or foreign adversaries. A federal order extended the application deadline to March the 31st and has also ordered the Comptroller's Office to allow Islamic schools more time to submit applications as providers.